Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So I am in the car this morning, okay? So y'all forgive me for doing this while driving, but I could not resist making the video or making this video after I read more about the state of Georgia and this new law that was passed where individuals or women will be able to claim their unborn fetuses on their state tax return. So I wanted to unpack this a little bit because you guys know I like to talk about taxes, and I just want to say, starting off, I smell fraud in the air, okay? There is going to be a lot of issues with this, okay? So let's start unpacking it from the jump, all right? So it is a bill. I want to say the bill is called House Bill 481. I could be wrong. I'll put the exact name in the title of the video, but I believe it is House Bill 481. So a woman, okay, and this is starting July 2022, okay? So you know laws in states are enacted or started in July. So if you had a baby and you lost that baby in June, any other months prior to July 2022, it will not count. So it is from July 22 on, all right? If a woman is pregnant and she is at least 6 weeks pregnant, and the doctor or an O.C.G.A or someone in the hospital can verify that there was a heartbeat at 6 weeks, if the woman has a miscarriage, that woman will be able to file that child as a dependent on her taxes. Not federal, guys, only state. All right, so let me break down what federal does. The IRS, that is federal, they state that you can only claim a child or baby that is deceased after you physically birth that child, okay? So you will not be able to claim this on your federal taxes. This is only for state. If you want to claim it on your federal taxes, you have to have had physically birthed that baby, whether that's through C-section or through the birth canal. If the baby lived and then died, you will have been issued a social security number, and that is how you will be able to claim it on your federal taxes. Now, on the Georgia taxes, this is what is not clear yet, okay? If a fetus is a fetus, okay, it's a fetus. It's usually not issued a social security number. So right now we are waiting for more developments on this to find out if they're going to require that or not. And the reason I state that is because when you file taxes, your Georgia state tax return is populated, meaning the information is populated on that tax return from your federal tax return. So children are usually imprinted on it, your state tax return, because you input them on your federal. So this one believes me to think that an individual, if they're going to do this, you are going to have to e-file your federal, but you are going to have to mail your state. Why? Because there will be no social security for a fetus. Now, if they decide that that is something they're going to do and issue social security numbers for fetuses, I'm telling you, y'all aren't going to have to worry about no CPNs, because you're going to have a whole bunch of ripe social security numbers for individuals to use and steal to commit fraud, okay? And or to pretend to be, just like some of these other individuals who are faking and stealing children's identity. So if that is something that they're going to do, I definitely see that coming down the pipeline, all right? So we're going to start off by saying, yes, you are going to have to mail in your return. It actually does say that in the article, that you're going to have to mail it because there's no social, all right? The next thing that I think is important to know is that you do get a $3,000 exemption. So this is equal to the child tax credit that you're going to get on your federal. All right. So if you guys remember last year when we did taxes, that was the first year that you were able to get $3,000 for the child tax credit. And if you don't remember that, remember you guys got those $250 payments. That was because the child tax credit had been increased under that Build Back Better bill, and it went from $2,000 to $3,000. So now you guys get a little extra money. So it is going to match what the federal is giving you. All right. So you do have an opportunity to make a nice amount of money in your tax return. I know that's going to be good for some people, and that's probably great news because a lot of people really do rely and live by that tax refund. So, but remember, the IRS will not pay you for that unborn child if you lost it and you did not have it. So if you miscarried and you did not physically birth the child, well, some people birth the child even in miscarriage, so it's kind of crazy. And I'm not really sure exactly yet how they're going to do this with Georgia, or if the IRS is going to change. I doubt it. Okay, but so right now, just expect not to get a Social Security number and expect to mail in your Georgia return. Here is something that's important to know, ladies, fellas especially, okay? In the bill, it also states that a woman has the right to pursue the man for unpaid child support for this fetus to recoup costs for medical expenses. So to me, that sounds as if the government is going to pay the woman $3,000 for pain and suffering, and then the man has to pay for it. Now, I don't know how many people are going to actually go out and put the men on child support. We don't know if the woman is going to have to do that or if the state is going to automatically do it. Remember, this is new. So right now, this is all speculation. But the part about the woman being able to go after the man for child support, that is not speculation. That is in the bill, okay? This, in my opinion, is to thwart or to work in support of this Roe versus Wade decision that was overturned. This is, I believe, the state's way of saying, please don't have an abortion, have the baby. We're going to pay you for it, all right? And, you know, I don't know about y'all. I don't have any children, but I can tell you that $3,000 you're going to get from the state, and if you get $3,000 from the IRS in the event something changes, that's not enough money. What you're going to get $6,000 a year to take care of children. So, I mean, I'm not saying have or don't have. That is completely up to you. But I do know that this is what they're trying to do to encourage women not to have an abortion. One thing that I did not mention is that there are other states, okay, that are getting prepared to do this same thing. This is not exclusive to just Georgia. There are 6 additional states that are getting ready to do the same thing. The reason I'm not going to mention the states yet is because they haven't passed the bill. It doesn't make sense to talk about it just yet if it hasn't happened. But please know that there are more states getting ready to do the same thing, and I believe they will be rolling out soon because tax season is getting ready to gear up. Getting back to the bill, and this is probably going to be in all the bills, because I can tell you what they're going to do with these other states. Are going to look at what Georgia's doing, and more than likely they're going to follow suit, and their bill is going to be the same. All right, so yes, after 6 weeks or better, you can get $3,000 from the state of Georgia if you miscarry. You can go after the male or whoever impregnated you to pay for child support, is what they call it, but it's actually going to be financial proceeds really to pay for medical treatment, whatever you had to go through, prenatal vitamins, you had appointment, whatever. I don't know where they're going to come up with this total sum of, but they're going to come up with a number, and then they're going to pursue the man for this amount. Other states are going to follow. 6 states, and 6 states are going to follow. Should be by the end of this year, but there are more than just 6 states, y'all. Okay, that are going to join this group, this idea. All right. You also need to be aware of that. The state, or in the bill, it does state that you will have to provide proof if requested. Okay, so they say if requested. Y'all know they are going to request it. All right, may not be for everybody. Okay, but when they start seeing, I'm gonna say, I bet you they're probably gonna look at age. All right, they start seeing a lot of these young people claiming a child. They may request documentation, or they may wait until you hit your second year. Follow me, okay? So 2023, we're gonna be filing for taxes in 2022. All right, they may say, all right, cool, we're gonna give you your $3,000 exemption. What happens in 2024 when you go to file taxes for 2023? It's very possible that they may go, well, wait a minute. You filed a child in 2023 on your taxes, but now there's one less child or no children now when you file in 2024. What happened to that kid? So that could mean they're going to ask you to prove what happened to the one child that you are now no longer claiming. Could it be that somebody else claimed the child? Could it be that you had a miscarriage and now that child is no longer here and that's why you're not claiming? Or could it be that you had a baby, you had an abortion, and now you're not pregnant, which is why you're not claiming that baby now, but now we need proof to find out where that baby is or what happened to that child. They may say, show us that the child is being claimed by somebody else. And if it was, you could do that easily by a social security number. If not, what happened to the baby? Did you miscarry or did you have an abortion? And if you had an abortion, did you have it in this state? Because you know it's illegal. And if you didn't have it in this state and you went somewhere else, you know we have the right to come after you and try to pursue charges against you because you broke the law. So this is why I am telling you guys that I'm starting to smell fraud in the air, simply because some people are going to lie to get the extra $3,000. Okay, there's no doubt about it. If there at least going to be one, okay, and I know that number is going to be triple by, it's going to quadruple by in numbers. Okay, it's triple, quadruple. People are going to do it more than one. But what's going to happen when you have to show proof? And please stop thinking that they won't ask, because they are clearly putting it in the bill in its own separate paragraph that says you have to provide proof in the event we ask. And some states are going to ask. So you got to ask yourself before you do this, and this is why I'm making this video, because it's important to get y'all to think before you do some of these things, is if you plan on lying on your taxes to claim a child that you no longer have, please think about it further down the line. Have the baby, because if you don't have a baby, you're going to have to produce results of what happened to that child. Because when the government pays you that money, even though it's $3,000 that they paid you, if they find out that you're lying, you can bet that $3,000 is going to easily go up to $20,000, $30,000, because they're going to add in fees, investigation fees, add administrative fee, research fee, all these things they're going to do. The crime and penalties they're going to charge, they're probably going to put individuals in jail about this. You may end up having tax liens. I mean, this can really just go bad. I mean, even beside all of that, they're going to come after the man for child support for a baby that's not way for them to encourage individuals to plan pregnancies versus just be out here, and making babies all over the place, okay? I don't really know what the reason is. Y'all can decide what y'all think the reason is, but I definitely want to put this out to let you guys know that there's definitely going to be some changes in this upcoming tax year. And if y'all watch me on Mondays at 7 p.m., y'all know I go live on this channel. But if you watch me, you'll see I'm always talking about this. This is why we talk about taxes so much, because the rules always change, okay? Like I said, it's 6 other states coming. So we don't know, we don't know the amount they're going to pay. Probably most of them are going to pay anywhere between $2,000 and $3,000 just so they can be close to what the IRS is giving. But we don't know all of the requirements. Are the states going to require you prove that the baby was miscarried before they pay? We don't know. And then do we want our government in our business, our hospital, and our medical records? I mean, even if it was a miscarriage, it ain't none of y'all damn business. So why are they even making that a requirement? And if they're going to say we need proof, why not just change the rules, work with the Social Security Administration to get a Social Security number issued for these fetuses so that you don't have to use your medical records. The Social Security number is all the individual needs to prove that they had a baby now. So why can't they do that on these state returns? Okay? We don't know if they're going to change that or not. It's still yet to be seen. I think this is crazy. It's a little mind-blowing. Obviously, this was on my mind very heavy this morning. I just read it, and I had to make this video because I just think this is preposterous. This is crazy. And this is getting to the point now where the government is really going to be in your medical records. The same people that came up with the rules and saying it's a HIPAA violation and, all these HIPAA laws, they're going to turn around and they're going to break them so that they can prove whether or not you deserve $3,000. So if you are going to do this, you're going to lie, you're going to fraud, cheat, whatever, think about it first. Okay? Now, I know everybody ran out and we did this PPP and people did this SBA EIDL because you feel like they're just throwing money at you. And they are. But they're throwing money at you because they want to catch you doing something. So I would tell you, stick to the fraud that you used to, okay? I am not, encouraging anybody to do this state exemption because it can really get murky and nasty. And again, this is just the beginning, okay? We don't, we're still waiting for more details, but this is actually going to be a little crazy, okay? And then the way that individuals sell their kids to other people to claim on their taxes, how is that going to work? That is messing up the game completely. Now, I'm going to tell you, yes, everyone should be claiming their own children. It should have always been that way. But a lot of people do not, especially if you got more than 3 kids. You don't get paid for those other children. So what happens when somebody else claims the child the next year and you don't? I mean, anything to me can set the alarm off where people are going to start asking questions and probing. Okay, believe me, you are going to hear about individuals going to jail for lying on their tax returns, their state tax returns. Okay, now we are already having a hard time getting money from IRS. You guys are already going to start seeing oversight from the IRS because they have now they're going to ramp up the IRS by adding on 87,000 employees over 10 years. That's still almost 9,000 employees a year. That's a lot, okay? So you're going to have more people at the IRS, so you're going to have more oversight there. You're going to have this new rule, which means they're definitely going to put more oversight when they have a new rule. Why? Because they know there's still kinks to be worked out. And they know that people have a certain amount of greed and people are going to finagle. People are going to lie. People are going to fraud. People are going to do whatever because they want that large tax return. They think about that one payout, but are not thinking that, damn, we on the hook for at least the next 7 years for them to look, okay? So, y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? Other than me being in this car and driving and making this video, if y'all can't tell, I'm a little hype, and I don't even have any children. But this actually this grinds my gears. It actually makes me a little upset. Not a lot, a little upset. I'm a lot upset. One, I can't believe you're gonna go after the child support portion. Who you gonna go after if the woman gets artificially inseminated? You gonna go after the sperm bank? You know what I mean? So are you gonna go through the paperwork and find out whose sperm it belongs to and make them pay? This can just go bad in so many ways. All right. We're still waiting for more, and as soon as I get more, I'm gonna give you more information about this. But I just want to know what y'all think. Okay, is this crazy? Am I crazy? Am I overreacting or what? Fellas, if you're watching, you paying child support for a fetus? And if you don't, are you willing to get your driver's license revoked? Are you willing to have your passport revoked because you don't want to pay for a fetus? And then, how will they know that it's yours? Are they gonna do a mandatory paternity test? I mean, because we have women now who are saying this is their child and it's not. So what happens? You know, there's so many questions that I have pertaining to this topic, and I just want you guys to think about it. Please keep your eyes and ears open. There are going to be so many changes going on in this world from all of the legislation, all of these changes. And please be aware that just because these are rules that are taking place now, that does not mean that they cannot be changed later. You still have an opportunity to go out and vote in November in the midterm elections. I definitely do not like to talk about politics on this channel at all. I think it's a big, huge distraction. But in this case, when I see setups for my people that I know that are just trying to claw and scratch and climb to get an extra dollar, okay? When I see these loopholes, I gotta tell y'all about them. So I'm seeing, not a loophole, I'm seeing an actual hole, okay? I'm seeing a trap, all right? So I want you guys to think about this wisely. Do not go run out here and start saying you were pregnant with triplets because you're trying to get a quick lick, okay? Be mindful because the folks coming, all right? And this is state, not federal, which means the state has time. And when I say time, they have more employees, they have the funding, and the state can move much faster than federal can. If y'all can't see, Georgia not playing anyway. They locking people up left and right. Please don't think they won't do it for you for tax fraud, okay? So y'all have a great day. Please comment, let me know what y'all thinking about this. Are you going to move out of the state of Georgia? Are you going to have an abortion someplace else and maybe just not file the taxes, period? Because basically, if you do it, you're telling on yourself, all right? So if you file this on a fetus and then you turn around and you have an abortion, you're telling on yourself. And you do leave yourself wide open for them to investigate when you turn around the following year and don't file. Last thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go. If you are pregnant and you're pregnant, say you're pregnant in December, but you lose the baby in January, the next big question is, do you get to claim that fetus for 2 years or 1 year? So many things we need to know, but these are things I want you guys to think about. Have a great day. Protect yourselves. Gosh, I mean, I'm just blown, really. I really am. So anyway, y'all, please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Comment below, and I will see you guys on Mondays at 7 p.m. Bye.